United Matters channel. It's the finale day, Carabao Cup finale between Manchester United and Newcastle happening at Wembley. The team news is already out. It's close to 30-40 minutes back, but I said I have to come and really bring you my analysis on what I think, how this game of football is going to go all on and happen down at Wembley. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time we upload a video onto this channel. Now, Rokan David is my name. We last won a trophy in 2017. It was the Carabao Cup. Remember, in 2016 when Jose Mourinho came in here, his first trophy won was the UEFA Europa League. After beating Ajax in the finale, I think he beat Erik ten Hag by 2-0. Then the following year, he went ahead to win the Carabao Cup, and we beat Southampton by 3-2. I remember Zlatan Ibrahimovic scoring a brace that had a header and a free kick onto that. I don't remember the person who scored the third goal in there for you that got us the win. But all in all, that indicates that we've taken 6 years without winning a trophy. That's it. We've taken 6 fucking years without winning a trophy. What does that mean? It means that we are having a chance to get ourselves a silverware before the end of the season. And we are still competitive in the Premier League, Europa League. We've just knocked out Barcelona. We've drawn against Real Betis. There is the FA Cup on Wednesday. We are playing West Ham at Old Trafford. It shows you how big our season might end up to be. And Erik ten Hag has said that the only way United would go all out and celebrate winning a trophy is simple. If at all we go ahead and win 2 trophies, that's when we'll make a trophy parade. But if at all we win the trophy today and it's the only one we win in the entire season, no trophy parade in Manchester. That's what ten Hag is going to hate to say. So Newcastle has named its starting 11. United has named its starting 11. And obviously, we are in here waiting to see how we think is going to go on and do. I'm having Nachitende Esther. I think we are winning. Obviously, I'm feeling the vibes of lifting this trophy in me, alongside me, all over my body. And obviously, I'm in a frenzy. I'm frenzied because I know this is one of the things we are supposed to do. Who has Erik ten Hag gone ahead to name into his starting 11 of Manchester United, as you see there onto your screen? It's obviously David De Gea, Lisandro Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Fred, Casemiro, Rafael Varane, Diego Dalot, Anthony Santos, Luke Shaw, Weghorst. That is what Erik ten Hag has really gone ahead to go on and really cues as far as this game of football is concerned. Then the subs are Tom Heaton, Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Tyrell Malacia, Scott McTominay, Sabitzer, and Alejandro Garnacho. That is the bench of Manchester United, and that is what they've gone ahead to name and bring on United, obviously, at the Wembley Stadium in London. Team news of Newcastle: Loris Karius, a goalkeeper that spent close to 2 years without being part of a competitive game. Kieran Trippier, the captain. Fabian Schär, Steve Bootman, Dan Burn, Bruno Guimaraes, Shane Longstaff, Joe Wellington, Miguel Almiron, Alan St. Maximin, Callum Wilson. That is the starting 11 of Newcastle. When we go to the substitutes, there is Gilisepi, there is Lachesele, Ritchie, Target, Ishak, Maquilo, Murphy, Willock, and Anderson. That is the bench of Newcastle, and their manager is known as Eddie Howe. The manager of Manchester United is none other than Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag is the name of the manager of Manchester United. And obviously, we are rooting for Manchester United to win. That's it. Nothing else apart from rooting for our lovely club to win this beautiful game of football today at the Wembley. Then, good evening, members. That is Nachitende Esther. Let's gather. Obviously, they are gathering in numbers, and obviously, they are here to do the needful. And now let's go into the system that Erik ten Hag is going to have to deploy to take on a side known as Newcastle. Obviously, it's a 4-2-3-1. Looks like he doesn't change his system. That is Erik ten Hag for you. And David De Gea is starting in goal. If at all he keeps a clean sheet today, he would have broken the record of Peter Schmeichel of 180 clean sheets because they are tied together. And obviously, it's just one clean sheet required for David De Gea to break that record. I believe before the end of the season, he's gonna break it. He's gonna break it because we are still having very many games to play. In the Premier League, we are having 14 games to play. We are having a double tie against Real Sociedad. We are having a game against Newcastle today. We are playing West Ham in the midweek and Liverpool on the weekend. So it shows you how occupied we are. And David De Gea might really keep a clean sheet. A man that is really keeping us safe every time he is in between those stitches at Wembley or Old Trafford. Name any pitch in the world. This guy has been one of the best players we've had at Manchester United and is a world-class goalkeeper. He was top class, and he's being top class for so long, and his consistency in performances, he attained the world-class status. On the right back, it's one of the changes that the manager is going to have to make from the team that started against Barcelona. First change has been Aaron Wan-Bissaka out, Diego Dallo in. We all expected this change to come in through because Bissaka played on Thursday. Dallo had to start today. And that's how he did it. When Dallo played in the game of Leeds away and started, he came up and never started away in Barcelona, never played a minute. Then he came up and started the game of Leicester City. Then in the game of Barcelona at Old Trafford, the manager benched him and brought in Bissaka. Though later, he brought him on around the 65th minute as he was really wanting a win, and he knows the power of Diego Dallo going forward. Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez, their positions have been kept. Obviously, that is the best central defensive partnership in the Premier League, arguably in the world. Bring me a central defensive partnership that is better than Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez. They are really doing wonders and great things here at Manchester United, and I believe they are going to be so much important in facing Callum Wilson, St. Maximin, and Almiron in there for you. Luke Shaw playing as the left back for Manchester United, obviously maintaining his position after putting up a very good back heel that resulted into the second goal that we scored against Barcelona. That is Luke Shaw for you from a well-distributed long-range ball by Lisandro Martinez. And it shows you the importance of Lisandro Martinez, that he goes in for those long balls and he is always on target. You get? Most of them are not really blind passes. They are really on-point passes. So Luke Shaw is going to be facing Miguel Almiron, and I think he has faced it all. He has faced Rafinha, silenced him. Riyad Mahrez, Bukayo Saka. He has silenced the best. Now, how does Almiron come in through Miguel and take it off Luke Shaw? I think Luke Shaw is really great. Dallo versus St. Maximin. I think Dallo has faced very, 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 very deadly wide forwards in the Premier League. I believe that Luis Diaz, at the beginning of the season, he was one of the deadliest wide forwards, but he shut him down, and obviously he put himself in a position of improving the defensive aspect of his game. The other player that kept their position are Freddie and Casemiro. To me, I thought that maybe the manager would say Sabitzer is going to come in through and really play with Freddie, but with how Freddie was playing in the previous games, the manager said, I have to keep Freddie into this team. But remember one thing, the reason that's why Freddie is playing all these, because these two games were really important. The game against Barcelona, it was important, and this one is important, the finale, because the manager knows it's only one chance you've got. Either to get knocked out of the tournament like the UEFA Europa League, or you stay. Here, it's a finale. You have to go all and bring the players that have been playing together. You can't test Sabitzer and Casemiro in a game like this. And for that, I really give Ten Hag credit. Sabitzer might come in later in the game, but these games are really serious. And Sabitzer might find himself start against West Ham in the midweek, because for that, we can really handle it around. Bruno Fernandes is another one, maintaining his position, but this time around, he's being played in his best position because Antony has returned. Antony is the other change that Erik ten Hag has gone in for, and guess who has been really thrown back to the bench? It's Jadon Sancho. It's Sancho who started in the central midfield area, here where Bruno is, and Bruno played on the right wing when you're playing a side called Barcelona. But the return of Anthony is giving us the shape that we deserve, because you know that Anthony tracks back well. You won't find him doing what Bruno did against Balde that resulted into a penalty. You won't find him do that because he's so much used to dropping back and helping the right back of Manchester United, and obviously calling in for the best of the right winger. So I believe Anthony is going to give us balance of this left side, and I think he is really fired up. Having knocked out Barcelona, he's one of those players that are really going to go all out with a lot of fire into this game, and I know Newcastle is really going to face a lot of damage from this side because Dallow's understanding and Anthony is really out of this world. That's it. Marcus Rashford past feet, playing off his favorite side. That is the left attacking side of the midfield. That is Marcus Rashford for you. Most of us, we are worried when he really walked out of the field of play. You know that very well. When we are playing Barcelona in the 850 minute, the manager took him off and brought on Scott McTominay to play into that position. And that really worried us a lot. But we said, let's wait and see whether he's going to pass the late fitness test. And obviously the manager approved him fit by including him on the list of United players that traveled to what we call the out to be called. And that is a man called Marcus Rashford. Then Wout Weghorst leading the line, and I'm having a thought in me that maybe this is the game that Weghorst is going to score his most important goal for Manchester United. The first goal is scored for us when you're playing Nottingham Forest away from home was really important. You all know that because we are leading by 1-0. You get? Scored by Marcus Rashford, but you can't be at Nottingham and you play comfortably when you're just 1 goal ahead. You need the 2 goals, and it came towards the end of the first half, and we went to half time with a 2-0 lead. However much people say that it's one of the worst and best leads you would have at half time, but I believe it's better because even when the opponent pulls one back, you can easily go ahead and really score a third one. And Bruno went ahead to score another one, and United kept a clean sheet through David De Gea, and Weghorst had scored a very beautiful goal. In the game of Barcelona that we played on Thursday, he was nowhere to be seen. The game of Leicester City, he had chances. He never really buried them to bed. He never put them to bed. The game of Barcelona we played away, he got a sitter. Sorry, it was like a keeper to beat, but he was not more composed and he didn't score it. So I want to see this Weghorst guy being given very many chances. That's what I want to see here onto our team at Wembley, going ahead all in to do the needful and obviously bring in the love. Smash the like button, guys, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, you know what to do. You just have to go on and subscribe. I'm having Adebare Opeyemi is telling me that 2-0 Manchester United. All right. Thank you for your prediction. Let's wait and see whether it will come to pass. Then Gordon Muhwezi, 2-1 Manchester United. All right. Thank you for really giving in your view. And you're telling me that you are live from Kampala, Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, watching us from the Pearl. Thank you very much for watching in. Then Samuel, Juliana, you are telling me 3-0 for Manchester United. And I believe, however much it's a finale, we are more sharpened than Newcastle. I know he has got Alexandra Isak on the bench. We are going to look through the benches of these teams and see he has put there Joe Willock and very many others. But I believe this team of United on paper is the better side. It's the better side. The world-classness that we are having in our team is unmatched. It's nowhere near that of Newcastle. When you look at the players we are having, it shows you how important this is. You get? I think the only players that are in Newcastle that you can call top class, Bruno Guimaraes. Yes, that one is really good. Steve Bootman, good. Kylian Trippier, good. Ishak. I think they're having like 3 or 4 players who are really world class. Top class, not world class. But the difference is that United is having world class players. David De Gea is world class. Rafael Varane is world class. Casemiro is world class. You get? Which other players world class? Bruno Fernandes is world class, according to me. We're having like 5 world class players, and when we go to top class, Dalot, Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, Sancho. So there is a lot to go on and do and really talk about this beautiful game of football as we take on Newcastle, because I think my prediction is simple. we are going out here to win this game comfortably. I think we are getting a comfortable win over Newcastle. It's not going to be a team that is going to score, put very many goals past us. I've seen people selling out narratives that that Newcastle is one of the teams that has really been on conceding very many goals. And I said, all right, you've said that. Let me see a little bit of how Newcastle has been performing in the previous games. How have they been conceding goals considered to us? And what were their results? Let's go and see what the form of Newcastle has been like before they come here. Now, Newcastle, they drew with West Ham at home 1-1. They drew with Bournemouth 1-1. They were beaten by Liverpool 2-0. Those are their last 3 Premier League games. Our last 3 Premier League games were Crystal Palace, Leeds twice, and Leicester City. Those are 4 games. We won 3 and drew 1. Our last game we played against Barcelona and we beat them by 2-1. So I think they are really lace at scoring goals. People will say it's because they're not having Bruno Guimaraes, but Bruno Guimaraes last played for them in their 2-1 win against Newcastle. Not so? Against Southampton. That's it. Now, let me take you back to how they've been performing. They're having Bruno Guimaraes. In their last 3 games, they drew with Arsenal 0-0. I'm talking about the Premier League. They beat Fulham by 1-0. They drew with Newcastle 0-0. They beat Southampton. That is the EFL Cup. I think that's when he last played for them. So my mind is telling me Newcastle is not a high goal scoring side. They're having Bruno Guimaraes. They are not a high goal scoring side, but they concede limited goals. But all right, I'm sorry, there was an internet glitch there, but I was telling you that people are really talking about Barcelona being a side that doesn't concede, that Newcastle is a side that doesn't concede very many goals. But let me bring you up to speed. If I told you you've just arrived here, when you're playing a side called conceded, they had only conceded 7 goals in the La Liga. I came out and told you, and that's what you benefit when you're really watching this channel. I told you that was in the La Liga. We are talking about Europe. In Europe, Barcelona, before they played Manchester United, they had conceded 10 goals in the Champions League group stages. You get? And I told people that Barcelona is playing teams in the levels of Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich put 5 goals past them in the 2-leg. Allianz Arena, it was 2-1. In Camp Nou, 2-0. Inter Milan itself went to Camp Nou and beat them, and put 3 past them. They pulled 3 back. It was a draw. So, Newcastle is a good team. I am not underestimating it. It's a very, very beautiful, good team, and they look nice. But United is one of those teams that has been scoring very many goals in its previous games. Against Crystal Palace, 2-1, we scored 2 goals. Against Leeds, we scored 2. Again, against Leeds, we scored 2. Against Barcelona, we scored 2. Away, and when they came to Old Trafford, we scored 2. Against Leicester City, we scored 3. So it shows you that we are a high goal scoring side. Like it or hate it, United is the favorite team on paper. And we are going to put close to 2 or 3 goals past that defense of Newcastle. Why? They are not having their two best goalkeepers. Nick Pope, who has kept very many clean sheets and kept them in very many games, has found himself in a position of not being able to play this game of football after getting a red card against Liverpool. Debravka is one of those goalkeepers that would have gone ahead to come in through as their second choice goalkeeper, but obviously he played for Manchester United and can't play for two different teams in one tournament, like the Carabao Cup. That's it. So when you add all that around with Rory Ascarias left as the goalkeeper of Newcastle, you know what it means. Do you remember the last finale Karius was involved in? It was Liverpool versus Real Madrid. He gifted the ball to Karim Benzema, and Karim Benzema buried that game to bed. Liverpool pulled one back, but he went ahead to gift another one. I think it was to, is it Gareth Bale? I think Gareth Bale scored the third one, but he gifted a second one after Liverpool pulled one back. It was through Sadio Mane, and then Gareth Bale went in to score a very acrobatic goal into the back of the net. That's the levels we are talking about. Those are the levels we're here to talk about. And that goalkeeper is not a trophy-winning goalkeeper. Newcastle has been reliant onto the form of Nick Pope. That's it. However much their defense is good, but Nick Pope has always come to their rescue. Like you see David De Gea with us. He's a very good and beautiful goalkeeper, but you know what it means. You know what it means when you are having him in goal. He's really one of those that you're going to reckon with on keeping clean sheets and saving the team every time you're really called in for. You saw him away at Barcelona in Camp Nou 2-2. He kept us in the game until we got those 2 goals. Against Leicester City, he makes 3 important saves at the beginning of the game. That the goal that Rashford scored in the 24th minute held water. Against Barcelona, you saw him making that save of a header coming in from Jules Koundé because it was 1-1 and they score to make it 2-1. It would have made it hard. And you can't tell me that this side of United can fail to put goals or balls past that back line of a team called Newcastle. And this time round, one will say that United playing away, they play very badly. This is not an away match. This is a game that is going to be played on a neutral ground. You get? And we are having the same number of fans. You get? So we are waiting to see what is going to transform or unfold that side. Then I'm having Magugu Sijava, Man United wins. All right, thank you for watching in. Then Ongom Andrew, the game will end 3-1 for United. Why is it that I'm having a feeling that we're going to score 3-1 or 3-0? That's my feeling. That's my feeling. I don't know why. Am I over-anticipative? Am I carried away? But I'm in the comfort zone. But for Barcelona, I was a little bit afraid, but I knew we were going to go through. But for game against Newcastle, I see no reason as to why we should get worried about it. I think we should put 3 past Newcastle easily, and let's go out and not find ourselves in a position of taking this game far from killing it off because you're having a game on Wednesday. I know Newcastle is a very good team. What we have to do is that we shouldn't concede an early goal. We should do vice versa. We should go ahead and really get that goal immediately. That's it. We get that goal in the finale, the game plan of Newcastle is going to change because Newcastle is good at sitting back. They won't sit back. But if at all we take long to score them, they are going to play their low block and then hit us on the break with Almiron, Callum Wilson, and this guy, St. Maximan. But to distort and sabotage their plan, we have to come in and get that early goal. You get that early goal, they are going to open up. We can capitalize on the pace of Anthony and Rashford through the line breaking passes of Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro. That's it. So I also have that feeling. 3-1, 3-0 is my prediction. Then Magugu, Sijava. All right, the score. Oloyede Joshua, 3-1 in favor of United. That's my feeling. 3-1, 3-0. Mahad Kasozi, 2-0 from Dubai. Thank you for watching in. You're predicting a 2-0 win for United. Mahad Kasozi, I don't want to what? To regret? To what? I don't know. Then Mahad Kasozi, I don't want to reach in penalties. Guys, I don't see anywhere this game is going to penalties. I don't see anywhere this game is going to go to penalties. That's it. When you look at the bench of United, they're having Sancho. We're having Sancho. Alejandro Garnacho is another one. There is Sabitzer. 3 impactful players coming off the bench that can change this beautiful game of football and obviously find ourselves really playing better and better and creating very many chances. And Rashford will be switched through the middle to take Weghorst off, bring on Garnacho and Sancho sometimes to play that beautiful ball. You get Sabitzer in the mix also. I think we are having every weapon to kill off this game. I just feel like we found Newcastle in a very terrible state. Although they are really welcoming Bruno Guimaraes, but even when he was around, they are not scoring very many goals, and they were conceding at least 1. So I believe we know how to beat teams like these ones. That's it. With the vibe we got after beating Barcelona, we should take the same vibe to this beautiful game of football. Thomas Donko, greetings from Ghana. Thank you for watching in, my brother. We will win 3-0. That's my prediction. I don't know why, but that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling, because you can't tell me that you knock out Barcelona and you come to a game of Newcastle and you get beaten, and we should win this game comfortably. We should send a message to all the haters that it's time for us to thrive, because I know very well from credible sources that all the rival fans are against United. Arsenal fans don't want us to win this trophy. Man City fans don't want us to win this trophy. Same to Chelsea, same to Liverpool. The entire world is supporting Manchester United, apart from Sunderland, that rivals Newcastle. That's it. But the entire world is against us. They don't want us. They don't want to see us win this trophy. And I know some people have already manufactured their tweets on their phones. They've even saved them to put them out no sooner Newcastle gets a lead on us. That's it. So I know what this means. And the players know what it means to lose to a team like Newcastle. We just have to find ourselves in a particular position of really beating this team and sending it out of our beautiful path of really getting ourselves to where we deserve to be. So smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner is the place to be. There is something I've not yet done. I've not shown you the Newcastle team. I have not shown you the Newcastle team and how we are going to line up. Let me show you it a little bit as we get into the beautiful game of football anytime from now, because we are 13 minutes to the game. Now, when you look at Newcastle, they're having Karius in goal. He's a calamitous goalkeeper, that's it. And if at all we keep directing shots and really making him busy, he will give us a goal. He will give us a goal. He can't manage the pressure at this level. He can't. Kylian Trippier, right back. Rashford can take him on because this one is very slow. He's very slow and he's not fast, but he's good. He's a good defender, but he lacks pace. And we can capitalize on the pace of Marcus Rashford to go past him. Bootman and Shear, this central defensive partnership is really great, but I believe we can go past them, because if we've gone past the likes of Akanjis, Ruben Diaz, Magales, and Saliba, what of these ones? Then Ban, left back, I believe Anthony should have a very good day today. He should see himself put goals, or put in submissions past this guy known as Ban, because he's not all that brilliant, because I don't believe in him. But obviously, we are waiting to see how everything is going to go on and happen. Then, this is their main man, Bruno Guimaraes, in the midfield. And he's going to be facing Casemiro, his fellow countryman. This is a very good player, top class, but I believe we are having the best CDM in the world facing another upcoming CDM in the world, and that is Bruno Guimaraes. Longstaff, Joelinton, he has gone in for energy and physicality in the midfield. I believe that's why even Erik ten Hag has first brought on Freddie to run them down and close them down. And I believe Joelinton is a very good player, physicality proven, and in this role, he's really deadly. But I know there are two rocks. There is a rock of Casemiro in that central defensive midfield that is going to make his life hard. Maxman facing Dalot, very good player, but I believe we aren't going to give him hours to operate. Almiron, I think he has dropped off. He has dropped in form because he has spent very many games without scoring. He went close to 7 consecutive games of Premier League scoring, but this time around, his goals are really droughted up. Now, Callum Wilson, very good striker. You grant him a chance, he'll bury it at the back of the net. They have a very good team that can come up and really put us to this and fall to our sword. But if we are serious, as Eric Ten Hag said, that we need to put in 110% to win this beautiful game of football, then we'll find ourselves in a position of really causing mayhem to this team. Then I'm having Amido from Uganda Nakasongora, 3-0 United. Thank you very much for watching in through. Then Okuni Yasin bin Jamil, 3-1 for my 3-1 win for United. Kamuhanda Jonane, Man United 2-0. I love your sports update, bro. I always love it here in Saudi Arabia. Thank you for keeping it and thank you for the love. United for that is Mbaba Zerosmel. Thank you for watching in. You are saying United 4-0. Oh, the other are really thinking about 4-0. Thank you for watching in. Then I'm having Okuni bin Jisme. I believe we can win this trophy as sure as it is. Yeah, I believe we are going to lift it. We are lifting it. Unless otherwise, maybe we get a red card or what, but I think we're having a better team that is really well composed, that knows how to operate in these moments. Players like Varane, De Gea, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, the experience they've got, I think will help us and take us to the next level. Then Nantume Fatuma, United 2, Newcastle 1. All right. Thank you for watching in, Nantume Fatuma. And secondly, one will say that the last time Rashford played here, Luke Shaw played here, Sancho played here, Maguire played here, they lost. And they lost to Italy. But you can't put Newcastle in the same level as Italy. No way. Because we are playing for England and they lost on penalties. So those memories will be reflected if at all this game happens to go in penalties, of which I don't believe we are going to go to penalties. And it's really a beautiful game of football that we need to put to bed. Thank you for watching in through. Rokan David is always my name. And let me see how you guys have voted, because the players very soon are really coming up on the field of play. So 93% are saying United are winning the Carabao Cup. 6% are giving it to Newcastle. So let's wait and see whether it's really going to be like that and your predictions are really going to be right. But obviously, this beautiful game of football is anticipated widely that it is really one of those that you think it's going to be highly competitive. That's it. But I see us winning the game. I see us taking the game. And I'm having some quotes coming in from Eric Ten Hag here. All right. He has told us why he has really gone ahead to bench Jadon Sancho. And this is his take about why he has gone ahead to bench Jadon Sancho. He has told us that for Jadon Sancho, as we know, he came back from a long time out of the squad, and then to get in a rhythm of every third day a game, it's difficult from a physical perspective. It's better to bring him on from the bench to bring energy to the team. So he's giving us the reason as to why he cannot play him game in, game out, because he's not yet used to this, and they need to find a way to really rotate him such that he gets back to the levels of being able to play 3 games per week. That is Jadon Sancho for you. And I think he's so much on point, and he's the manager whom I've ever heard describing why and how his players need enough playing time. Now, he was asked about Marcus Rashford. He was asked about Marcus Rashford, whether he was any doubt about Marcus Rashford. He said, actually, no, we always have to wait 24 hours, but it was quite clear that he was ready for the game, ready to perform and ready to score. That is what it has there, that Rashford is ready to score and ready to perform for this beautiful club of Manchester United tonight. So guys, that's what I had for you. I think we've covered everything, and let's go to Wembley. After the game, you know what it is. We always come in here and do what we call the match reaction and highlights. Let's pray to it that by the time we return here, it will be we crowned as the Carabao Cup champions. Rokan David is my name. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone has been watching in. Ciao, ciao, ciao.